power-drunk Ganduje deploys DSS, police to harass Kano Islamic cleric, places him on house arrest. The other was given on the pretense that the cleric insults, quote, the companions of the Holy Prophet Muhammad. The residence and mosque of a popular Islamic cleric Abdul Jabbar Nasiru Kabara in Kano State has been taken over by operatives of the police and the Department of State Services. They were deployed on the instruction of the state governor Abdullahi Ganduje. Sahara reporters gathered that the DSS and police siege to his residence began on Wednesday. The cleric has been denied food and other necessary supplies to his home. It was also learned that the cleric could not hold his prayers and have access to his mosque due to the siege ordered by Ganduje, who is said to perceive Nasiru Kabara as a critic and political enemy. The state government had on Wednesday, through the Commissioner of Information Mohammed Gaba, ordered the closure of the cleric's mosque and house located at Gwale local government area in the Kano metropolis. The order was given on the pretense that the cleric insults the companions of the Holy Prophet Muhammad. Wait, I'm confused. Does he think he's a companion of Prophet Muhammad that he felt insulted? While reacting to the ban, Mr. Abdul Jabbar described the governor's actions as political, saying that Mr. Ganduje was all out to settle a score against him. According to the cleric, the ban was not religious because he worked against the re-election of Mr. Ganduje during the 2019 elections. He said, the reasons are undeniable. The person who took the decisions, Ganduje, has said it times without number that he never forgives. I fought him during the last election and he promised to retaliate. Only that he is taking the wrong decision at the wrong time. So this ban is purely political. It has nothing to do with religion or incitement. I have told my followers to prepare their votes ahead of the next election and do the needful. Alhamdulillah for everything. I am fighting scholars, not the government. But in the end, the government took over on their behalf. This decision is sheer injustice. The cleric's lawyer, Harun Magashi, told Sahara reporters that the cleric was denied food and other supplies for days. They were preparing the legal processes to challenge the violation of his human rights. Magashi said he was technically put under house arrest without an order of the court. We have swung into action and the process will be prepared and filed in due time. We will fight this battle to the end. The basic amenities of life were not available at his house. It was hard for them to bring food to the home. On Friday, it took several hours persuading the police to allow food to be taken inside the house. He was prevented from using the mosque. We don't know if he had an underlying sickness. His medical need was also denied. They blocked the mosque. He could not preach nor pray in the mosque. It's just the hypocrisy of everything in this whole situation, because these politicians with this Ganduje person, because they don't earn their respect to call them by their full name, they will never be as effective if insecurities in the state. You're literally attacking it. People in your state are suffering. They do not have access to healthcare. And you literally are denying a person of influence. The fact is that they actually do not do their jobs. You are literally we are in 2021 and you're still salty and petty for something that happened in 2019. But then, right now, you're making moves, political moves. 2023 is not even close yet, and that's what you're thinking about. Trying to, make sure that you're clear, trying to make sure that you actually have the support, trying to make sure that, the enemies are being taken care of, because you don't want your political ambitions to be muted in the future. Your priorities are not aligned. Like, I don't understand. You're literally attacking this man when in your office, in your space, you should actually be doing your job, serving the people, so you actually have a base and a following and a justification as to why you're a perfect candidate if you want to do any other political thing in the future. Highly embarrassing, I must say, because there's absolutely no reason and justification for what he's doing. Somebody says colonial masters started calling us apes because of these Islamic slaves. Rain insults from them. I just don't understand. Like, someone says that's the plan of the northern oligarchy, using state resources to suppress and oppress the downtrodden. His bar will eventually become a tool of the state oppressor. Gandola should continue his tyrannical behavior. Because at this point, we've been questioning whether we're actually running a democracy, or as Fela would say, or we're democracy. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Somebody says power intoxication. This governor will turn himself to a god. He removed Sanusi as emir of Kano, placed a cleric on house arrest without court trial. But you should remember that one day he, I don't understand what this person is saying, but it's just nah. It's just like, why would you see? It shows how tactical that they are, because when we're saying these politicians are stupid, they're not. They're really being strategic. They know what they're doing, because they would literally use religion to justify their actions, and then amongst the people we start having arguments based on the religion, not knowing that he has political undertones to what he's doing. Somebody says when they want to harass us, they will have power over the army, DSS, and police. Absolutely. When it's time to fight insecurity, they will tell you they have no power over army, DSS, and police. Absolutely. It's just so hypocritical, because at this point, as a people, do we just continue like this? Because with the EndSARS process, is literally a part and a section of Nigeria. The northern part of Nigeria is the whole other country in itself, to be honest, because we actually are so disconnected. How do we hold these people to account when they literally own everything? And then we've got sycophants who are literally on their beck and call. Like, it just doesn't make sense. It gets you frustrated, because at the end of the day, you know what, I think Nigerians are traumatized, and at this point we actually need to, as Nigerians, as a people, like, we actually go through a lot in terms of the mental stress, the abnormal has become so normal, where I don't even know how we're able to think straight, because we're actually being our future is being sacrificed. Somebody says, I wonder how Sahara reporters report some news in such a way. You have no present true journalism, please. What happened in Kano is nothing but the right thing. Ganduje they paid this person. They pay. Honestly, people like this who come on here and talk on, that's the thing, they're on Facebook, and obviously, they give their comments wherever they want to. But the fact is, if they were on Twitter saying these things, they know they will be dragged. Nigerians will drag you like small generator. They will drag you, because you're coming online and you're just saying nonsense. It's because we can't steal you, because these people will come here. So he continues saying Ganduje did it based on the people's demands. Their demand is literally to have the basic necessities for living, for survival. As to render peace in Kano, you have to get a clear image before making your sentimental comment. Or really, it's sentimental. So you really think that he's, this is all justified? Like, wait, what? This does not make sense. And these people will make comments like this because you're on the internet, no one knows your identity. They start saying, oh, come and beat me in my house. We will find you and we'll come and beat you up because you're not making sense. Somebody says, that's why the North will hardly develop. Absolutely. They lack tolerance and justice when you differ with them in everything. That is the truth. Because at the end of the day, if we're running a democracy, it's, at this point, you just have to laugh or you're going to cry. This person continues saying, this is a sponsored and biased opinion. If not the Islamic scholar bringing out his evidence from Buhari and Muslims. What? Ask other scholars to come out for a debate as if he's not, bruh. Somebody says, it's not power drunk, rather free money drunk. He generates nothing, but at the end of the month, he gathers free allocations for his state and the 44 LGA and his people created for them. Somebody says that this is the issue of Kano government dollars. Of Kano government dollar scandal. They should be revised and revisited for proper fight against corruption. How do we fight this? How? Because at this point it's highly embarrassing, and I think the northern people have to. I don't think they have the vim. Are they like under some mental type of, hold? Because in the south this cannot run. We know that our politicians are crazy. We know that they are crazy. No, we know that. Like, we actually know that. Like, we know. But then there's also a limit, because they know the kind of people that they do have as citizens, and they know that they can't try certain things. Well, put what you think about this in the comment section below. Do you believe that Ganduje's actions show that he's power drunk? Put what you think, and also do not forget to like and subscribe.